Once, not so very long ago, in the kingdom of angels in the village of Hollinswood, there lived a young lad, a minstrel by trade. A happy fellow, he spent most of his time singing and playing for the entertainment of the villagers. Now this minstrel, though extremely poor, was very, very happy, for he had many good friends in the village, and almost every day they would gather round, and he would sing and play, and they would dance and laugh, and often they would even sing along with the minstrel, for it was always a happy occasion. Now of all the songs the minstrel sang, he loved to sing for the children the most, for it was their laughing faces that made him so happy. And as they gathered round, he would sing.
Long ago in Elfinland there lived an elfin king, and much distress had come to him and to his elfin queen. He had searched for 7 days and nights, but his daughter could not be found. And he searched in the village and he searched in the woods, but she'd left him without a sound. Left him without a sound? His daughter could not be found. Then one day an elfin prince came through the castle gates, said he had need to see the king before it was too late. He had been riding on the far north ridge when he happened by chance to see the daughter of the king and the terrible org in the bottom of the deep ravine. Bottom of the deep ravine? The org and the daughter of the king? Where are you going when you go away from home? Who are you out with when you say you're not alone? You ought to have more sense than to run around with the likes of a mean old org. And how is it that the daughter of a king could ever get bored? Ever get bored? The daughter of a king get bored? Long ago in Elfinland there lived an elfin king, and much distress had come to him and to his elfin queen. It seems that his daughter had ran away with a terrible, or did she? Down to the forest in the deep ravine where they're happy as they can be. Happy as they can be? Happy as they can be. Where are you going when you go away from home? Who are you out with when you say you're not alone? Where are you going when you go away from home? Who are you out with when you say you're not alone? Where are you going when you go away from home? Who are you out with when you say you're not alone?
Now it was at one of these gatherings, as he was walking down the cobblestone road to his home, that he met a beautiful child riding a white stallion. He soon realized that she was the daughter of one of the noblemen who lived high on the hill overlooking his village. She had heard the minstrel playing and was so enchanted by his songs that she invited him to play later that same evening at a party honoring her older sister. Now the minstrel was quick to accept this invitation, and this chance meeting would forever change his life, for it was here that he was destined to meet the most beautiful of all the young maidens in the kingdom. That night, he sang and played as he had never sang before. He wanted to make a good impression on the fair maiden, and he was totally captivated by her beauty.
If I were but a painter with a humble pilgrim's hand, I'd steal the dawn's first color a far celestial land, to gild your brow in morning light, to pearl the whispering strand.
For heaven spills its treasure where your gentle footsteps stand. If I possessed a brush to steal the dawn's most sacred hue, I'd gild the waking morning sky and spend it all on you. Colors kneeled and failed to stand beside angelic forms, and heaven used a golden wand the day that you were born.
The court grows soft and still whenever you draw near. Every tongue forgets to speak from wonder, not from fear.
My lute becomes a prayer when I scarcely dare to start, and every trembling sound it makes is tethered to my heart. Beautiful is every dawn, but only you are true. Beautiful are nighttime stars, though none as bright as you. Beautiful are sunny days, the truth I cannot hide. There's nothing that I cannot do when you are by my side. My lute becomes a prayer when I scarcely dare to start, and every trembling sound it makes is tethered to my heart.
Now the two people were immediately attracted to one another, and before the evening was over, they shyly admitted their mutual affection. But alas, he was only a poor minstrel, and had not even so much as a donkey upon which to travel the distance to her home in the village of Westonshire, high on a hill south of Hollinswood. How much he now wished that he were a gallant knight, worthy of a fair maid's devotion, with a fierce steed upon which to carry her away.
If I were a knight on a gallant mare, I would carry you away. If I were a king with a castle fair, I would take you there today. Carry you away, carry you away. What would we do? We would leave here, go far away. Where would we go? Somewhere we could be free and together forever and ever and ever. If I were a knight, if I were a knight.
Yet, despite obstacles which prevented them from meeting often, their fondness for each other grew. Some say the gods must have been smiling down on that simple minstrel, for how else could such a lovely maiden be attracted to such a lowly one? And one night, after planning for just that right moment, they kissed, and love truly awakened.
Love is here now, love is everything. When you smile, my heart cries out and sings with the joy that only love can bring. It will be this way forever. Love is ours, love is everywhere. Love is here and love is ours to share. For each other we will always care. It will be this way forever. Just the two of us, living on a minstrel's wage. Just the two of us, loving, living, laughing, giving. It will be this way forever. Love is ours, love is true, love is always and ever. Love is you, always and ever. Love is ours, love is true, love is he, always and ever. Love is you, always and ever. Just the two of us, living on a minstrel's wage. Just the two of us, loving, living, laughing, giving. It will be this way forever. Love is all, love is true, love is you, always and ever, always and ever, always and ever.
And he was certain that such a lovely maiden could never be satisfied sharing the life of a poor minstrel. But how was he to do any better? The only life he knew was that of a minstrel. If he were good enough to play for the king, surely he could make her happy then, for a king's minstrel lived well, sometimes even in the king's own castle. That settles it, he said to himself. I must go to the city and see the king. I must play for the king. Now the city was so big, much, much bigger than his village. How would he ever find the king? He didn't like the city. It was full of people running and pushing, always in a hurry to get someplace. No one seemed to have time for a song or even a smile. And the city was so vast, he had no idea where to go first to find the king. And so the minstrel just walked, unwatched, unwalked some more, all the time growing sadder and sadder. He didn't sing that first day at all, and it had been a long time since a day had passed that he hadn't sung even a little song. The next day, he attempted to stop some of the people to ask how he might go about getting an appointment with the king, but they rudely brushed him aside without answering his questions. Those who did stop to listen told the minstrel that no one could see the king unless he had important official business, such as that as an ambassador from a foreign land. No, No one the likes of the lowly minstrel could ever hope to see the king. So he walked some more, and he caught some more, and became sadder and lonelier than he'd ever been before. And he didn't do much of anything after that, and he didn't sing at all.
Silently, he lives his life, walks in the rain. Silently spends his day, always the same, lives in a world all his own. He's a dreamer, all alone every night he is hidden far away. And he's hoping this time, way back in his mind, he'll get to stay. But silently his day must end. Comes the sun. Silently his night begins. With the sun his day is done. Lives in a world all his own. He's a dreamer.
Foolish minstrel, foolish, foolish minstrel. It's so sad. You'd come to the city to make your mark, to build your fortune, but all you succeeded in was to lose that which you already had. He's ready to leave, ready to go home. In despair, he makes his preparations. Nothing to do but pick up his lute, tuck his few clothes under his arm, drop his head, and set off. However, he'd only gone a few miles when he heard the lilting sounds of laughter. Children, he said to himself, happy children. He stepped off the path and walked down the hillside towards the welcome sound. There, on the other side of a grove of trees, were the children he had heard. When they saw him, they ran to him and formed a circle around him. Laughing, dancing, they begged him to sing them a song, for they recognized right away that he was a minstrel. Why else would he be carrying a lute? Children, he thought. How could anyone be sad around children? So, he sang in a children's song.
There's a tropical island in the deep blue sea. Pirates gather there in total secrecy. When they're absolutely sure no people are around, they bury their treasure in a hole in the ground. Yo ho ho, pirates of the sea, hiding your treasure, where could it be? Dig, 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 your shovel in your hand. X marks the spot on Pirate Island. Now one of these pirates was Captain Kidd. He was known all over for the things that he did. He sailed on the seas and his ship was fast, and he'd steal the treasure off each ship that passed. Yo ho ho, pirates of the sea, hiding your treasure, where could it be? Dig, 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 with your shovel in your hand. X marks the spot on Pirate Island. Kidd would sneak ashore when the moon was bright, with a chest full of gold jewels hidden from sight. He'd dig a deep hole neath an old palm tree, mark the spot with a skull for only him to see. Yo ho ho, pirates of the sea, hiding your treasure, where could it be? Dig, dig, dig with your shovel in your hand. X marks the spot on Pirate Island. One night Captain Kidd spied a ship at sea. What treasures there awaited filled his heart with glee. But as he drew near with his cutlass and crew, the ship raised its colors, Royal Navy blue. Yo ho ho, pirates of the sea, hiding your treasure, where could it be? Dig, dig, dig with your shovel in your hand. X marks the spot on Pirate Island. Now Captain Kidd sits in his prison cell, thinking of treasure and the tales he could tell. This being a pirate's brought nothing but pain, but if he had to do it over, he would do it all again. Yo ho ho, pirates of the sea, hiding your treasure, where could it be? Dig, dig, dig with your shovel in your hand. X marks the spot on Pirate Island. Yo ho ho, pirates of the sea, hiding your treasure, where could it be? Dig, dig, dig with your shovel in your hand. X marks the spot on Pirate Island. X marks the spot on Pirate Island.
Now he had only been traveling a short time when he encountered a strange, almost frightening scene. An old man was limping painfully and slowly down the road ahead of him, probably traveling to the city from whence the minstrel had just come. Now there were many old men in Hollingswood, happy, smiling old men who loved their simple life in the village. But this old man was different, for he walked haltingly, without a smile, and with downcast eyes that only saw the ground before him. But what was most odd was the old man's cane. It was a banged and misshapen old flute. Like that old man, it had surely seen better times. Spurning the minstrel's offer to help, the old man passed by, and the minstrel couldn't help but wonder what that old man was thinking and where he would be tomorrow.
Down well-worn paths you've traveled as you go along your way. Through vineyards ripe with song you walk to brighten up our day. What verses have you woven in the tapestry of night? And where does dawn await you when comes the morning's light? A specter of my future, with instrument in tow, will my own tale end thusly in twilight's fleeting glow. Did once a maiden's glances ignite his youthful fire? Did he love someone above his class, a dangerous desire? Through wars and winter gales has he chased the fleeting muse, from the city's bustling streets to a hermit's lone recluse? His instrument scarred deeply by countless serenades bears witness to the joys and pains of long gone yesterdays. He's wooed with songs and whispers at a king's inaugural ball, and mended broken hearts with song beside a peasant's wall. Through many plagues and pageants, music's always been his shield, bringing joy to souls of others, no matter how he feels. His lute that once was vibrant, now just a crutch of wood, holds echoes of a life well lived, but so misunderstood. This old minstrel walks alone, his pain all hid within, and I can't help but wonder, am I that different from him?
Old man, he thought to himself. Just another old man. He was starting to tire, and it was growing dark fast. Soon, the moon and the stars would light his path. But he still had a long way to travel, so he didn't stop to rest. He just walked and thought, and walked and thought some more. And as he looked up at the moon, he wondered where his love was, and what she was doing. Did she miss him? It had been a long time since he had seen her. If only I were a knight, he thought, or a prince. Why was I born to become a lowly minstrel? And he found himself wishing that he were able to give her everything he thought she wanted, the possessions of a nobleman, the security of a title. But alas, it was only a simple minstrel. And as he walked, he wondered, what will she think of me when she learns that I failed? Will she still want to marry me? And what of her father? Would he let her marry a poor minstrel? I wonder, what will she choose?
The world has come between too many people, and silence strains the thread that binds our dreams. If you were forced to choose right now, do you know what you would do? Would you leave your past and build a life anew? Or would you sacrifice our world for one you knew? Well, I suppose you'll think I'm silly to even think of such a thing, but I know that this has happened. It's happened once before. And if I was forced to choose right now, there's no doubt in what I'd do. I would give up anything to stay with you. Yes, I would give up everything to stay with you. The world you knew, the world you knew. Would you leave your world and start a world anew? The world would you sacrifice our world for one you knew? I would lay down anything, 'cause I love the world you knew.
Soon, the twinkling stars began to fade and disappear, and the sky began to lighten. But still he walked on, because he knew that every step brought him closer to his home and closer to the one he hoped was patiently waiting for him. But what if she weren't waiting, he thought with alarm, and his thoughts wandered back to a sad young couple he'd met in the city. They seemed to have time for everything but each other. They didn't realize how precious love is, and how much their constant bickering was hurting their little children.
Little faces have big ears, little hearts can hurt for years. Big bright eyes hold back the tears. Little faces have big ears.
Like other lovers, we've all had our days. In anger, said some things we shouldn't say.
And who's that playing down the hallways? Words filling up their ears.
What makes it worse, they only hear one side.
The arguing, the pain, the foolish
Pride. When we make up, it's usually late at night, when they are fast in bed.
Little faces have big ears. Little hearts can hurt for years. Big bright eyes hold back the tears. Little faces have big ears. If you have little faces of your own, enjoy them while you can, while they're still home.
For much too soon you wake and find them gone. So soon they grow and go away.
And don't forget as you go through your day, those little faces hear you while they play. So just be sure with every word you say, they know the love you have for them. Little faces have big ears. Little hearts can hurt for years. Big bright eyes hold back the tears. Little faces have big ears. Little faces have big ears.
Now when he awoke, he wasn't sure if he should feel happy or sad. He was happy to be home, but he was ashamed to have to tell everyone what a failure he had been in the city. So for the first few days, he just stayed in his house, not letting anyone know he returned. Then one day, as he watched an old friend pass by his home, the minstrel knew he couldn't stay hidden any longer. So he called out to him, and immediately a broad smile lit up his friend's face. Foolish minstrel, how silly he had been. His friends didn't care that he had failed in the city. In fact, they were glad he'd returned, for now the minstrel was home and there would be songs again.
least it kinda looks that way. The sun is gonna shine on through. Come out and let the sun shine on you. Mothers, let your children play, yeah. It's gonna be a sunny day. What a day to go for a walk. Or maybe we'll just sit here and talk. It might be nice to go for a ride. Well, just as long as you're by my side. Mothers, let your children play, yeah. It's gonna be a sunny day. Gonna be a sunny, gonna be a sunny, gonna be a sunny day. All you mothers, you better let your children come out. The suns are shining, and the kids are gonna play and sing and laugh and have a wonderful time. It's a beautiful day. And besides that, the minstrel's back. Come on, children, gather round.
The minstrel is back. The minstrel is back. Everyone in the village came to see him and listen and hear of his adventures. And that whole day was spent singing and playing in celebration of his return. Everyone was happy, and everyone told him how much they had missed him and the happiness he brought to their lives. Tomorrow, he thought, I'll go see my lady tomorrow. That next morning he rose early, for he knew he would have to hurry to get to her home by nightfall. So he set forth, not knowing what would happen or how he would be greeted. It was dark by the time he reached Westenshire, and he knew it would still take him an hour to climb the hill to her home. Now that last hour was like a year. He didn't know what to expect, yet he was so eager to see her. Once he almost lost his courage and turned around, but he didn't, and soon he arrived at her destination. What should he say? What should he do? Should he see her tonight? It was very late and very dark. What would her father think? No, he had better wait till tomorrow. It would be foolhardy to try to see her tonight. Instead, he would sleep behind the little Lake Mirror house. And as he walked, the moon showed him the way, and he could hear the sounds, maybe the crickets and the frogs croaking near the lake. Tomorrow, he wondered. What will happen tomorrow?
Softly spoken words today ease the bitters of tomorrow. All the cold and dismal gray bows before my eyes in sorrow. All alone I stand with you. In your eyes I see the truth. Softly spoken words today. Come what may will come tomorrow. Trumpets sounding out the day. Maybe violins tomorrow. All alone I stand with you. In your eyes I see the truth. face behind a mask. All I ask is I must be here tomorrow. And the fears I call I pass, those that haunt my loneliness, they won't be here tomorrow. All alone I stand with you. In your eyes I see the truth. Softly spoken words. Softly spoken words. Softly spoken words.
The lake is so pretty, he thought. In the moonlight, he could see the ripples made by a swan swimming in the water. It was so peaceful as he sat listening to the animals around him. Then he heard another sound. At first, he couldn't quite make out what it was. It seemed to be coming from the other side of the lake. It almost sounded like someone crying. He got up and started walking toward the sound. And as he got closer, he could see that it was a girl crying. In fact, it was his girl. He didn't know what to do. She hadn't seen him yet. He wanted to cry out to her, but he couldn't. Then suddenly, she turned and saw him. She couldn't believe her eyes. She ran to him and embraced him and held him as tightly as she could. Then she cried even harder. "Silly minstrel, you don't have to be a knight or a nobleman. She loves you as you are. A minstrel, her minstrel. And after all your wondering and searching, you finally realized that love is the most precious gift of all. And now at last, you are together."
The faded sounds of you I see, still here but do not touch. Your eyes wax cold but still they say, come here but not too much. The sunburst echo of your voice still is but not the same. And the shallow ramblings of my thoughts run madly through my brain.
The satin smell of what we were is shy and hard to trace. A skeleton of bacchanal, unfinished amber lace. The scattered light is tarnished, and the colors melt away. If you say it didn't matter, it was barren anyway.
We spoke of love and tinseled skies, crashed in with every glance, and silken threads of sound you wove and placed within my hands. You such a love.